Hey everybody, Unstable Gamer here, and today we're going to be taking a look at developer update number 9. So this update here, not only was it late, but it's been such a busy week, and getting a bunch of videos out this last week, I have not had the opportunity to get to it, so we're getting to this a little bit late as well. But it's a really good update. There's a ton of stuff in there, some stuff that's already happened. But they give some explanations around Mantis and things like that. So we're going to go ahead and dive into this. We're going to go through the beginning part fairly quickly and then spend some more time work on the Ronan and the Kree rework. But first, before we jump into all that, if you're just now finding this channel and you want to stay up to date with this and other games, consider hitting that subscribe button so you don't miss out. All right, and welcome back. So, developer update number 9, this top part here really focuses on things that we already know. They really go into a little bit more detail as what their thoughts around Groot are and around Mantis. They're essentially removing Groot from the Guardians team as the essential healer, and they're throwing Mantis in there in that role. Because right here you'll see that Mantis is a controller and will be the Guardians' primary healer from here on out. The rework to Groot was mainly focused on allowing them to be a better team in Blitz and Arena. That's kind of where their mindset was going with Groot, knowing that Mantis was coming in and going to replace him as the main healer. And then just a quick thing about Gamora and Drax, just improving their chain abilities a little bit. And then a quick mention about Drax and Mantis. Mantis gives that deflect up on Drax. And then they go into a little bit here on Carnage. Carnage sounds really cool. I have not dove into his kit or anything. I'm kind of waiting for him to come out to really do that, but he's a character that I'm really looking forward to. He has obviously the Spider-Verse synergy, but how he teams up with Venom, I think, is really cool with his bleed effects and everything. So right here it talks about Venom tees up foes by stacking heavy bleed, and then Carnage knocks them down by dealing damage that scales with the bleed applied by Venom. So I think those two are really going to be a very strong duo. So I'm really looking forward to Carnage. I'm really happy with Mantis. I've done some additional testing with raids and stuff. I've even pulled out Groot on Ultimus 6, and I've put Gamora back in there for the added damage, and she does a fantastic job in there. So I'm really happy with Mantis. I'm excited for Carnage. And then War Machine too. War Machine I'm having a lot of fun with. I have a really good Blitz team that I've been using, and he's just a machine, man. He does a ton of damage, and it's really cool. All right, so that's that first part really quick. We've been hearing about the Kree rebalance for a little while, and they've really just been a very, very poor team. It's unfortunate that you need all of the Kree up to a 5-star in order to unlock Nick Fury. However, this kind of takes the sting out of it a little bit, and maybe makes it even a little bit easier for people who don't have Nick Fury with this rebalance coming out. So we those of us who got Nick Fury a little early, we were using a gimped Kree team, and everybody else after this Kree update gets a little beefed up Kree team for them. So this is the long-awaited update for the Kree. Ronan right here got this rework, and they've done quite a bit. They've got a major boost here, it looks like. A stat boost for his speed, his health, and his armor. He's also going to get the ability to summon 2 Kree, the Reaper and the Noble specifically. And then while he's losing his healing ability from his special, which is Judgment, he's going to make that up in his new passive, which is the Accuser. And that grants speed bar and healing to a Kree ally when they receive energy. And then the ability block from his ultimate universal weapon is also getting more reliable. Now it's going to apply for 2 turns, which is very cool. And then his basic, his hammer smash, is cool. So this is a 2-phased attack here, where first it's going to remove positive effects, and then it's going to inflict damage. So we're going to remove those positive effects, and then do the damage after those positive effects have been removed. I think that's awesome. it's better than doing the damage, then removing the positive effects. So I think that works out pretty well. So I'm excited for that. And I'm really happy with what I'm seeing so far. All right, so let's go ahead and jump into the Kree rework here. All 5 of them are getting some sort of a rework, which does beg the question, when you put Ronan in the team, which Kree are you going to remove? So let's go ahead and talk about the Cyborg really quick. They do say that they were happy with how he's performing, but they do want him to be a bit more consistent and provide the potential for a chain, which is something the Kree don't have. So his energy blaster, which is his basic, that's been changed to generate energy and chain to additional targets on kill. And then his passive, which is integrated systems, is going to grant an offense up to both him and a Kree ally when an enemy taunts. And they've also given him some extra speed per Kree ally. So some nice buffs there. The Kree Royal Guard. So this one here really comes in 3 areas as it discusses here. So we've got a boost to his attributes for health. And then in addition to his passive and an update to his special ability. So the special ability, Call to Glory, remains a taunt and a self-heal. Cool, but now it has the added benefit of healing for more if Ronan is on the team. So we got a little bit more health there. So you're not going to want to remove the Royal Guard, I don't think, if you have Ronan on there, because you're going to lose that additional healing ability. And then Call to Glory also grants defense up to himself and Kree allies. So there's defense up. So with the Cyborg, you've got offense up. With the Kree Royal Guard, you've got defense up plus additional heal. So maybe those 2 you want to keep on that Kree team. And then the passive, the Royal Guard armor, now has a chance to grant energy to Kree allies if he's taunting. So that's allowing for greater synergy with Ronan's new passive. So again, a character that you probably want to keep in that Kree team. Let's look at the Reaper a little bit. So her special ability is now going to grant a 100% chance to heal block at the highest level. So you're going to max that skill out, it sounds like, in order to get that 100% chance on a heal block. And then also increase the single target damage on the attack. And then her passive, Hunter Killer, while it's still focused on crit chance, she now gains bonus crit chance per Kree minion ally. Reaper still keeps the ability to heal self on crit, but now also generates ability energy to Kree allies on critical strike. They also gave her a chance to bleed on her basic. There's your damage dealer right there. So we'll see. And she's got that negative status effect there. That heal block, I think, is pretty cool as well. Is she critical to be on that team? I don't know. We'll have to read through these other 2 really quick. So the Kree Noble, the big change in the Noble's kit is that her heal was removed from her passive and replaced with the ability to remove negative status effects from her allies. The healing for the Kree team will now be split between Ronan, Oracle, and then a soon-to-be released hero. Now, we have heard that Ultimus is going to get a rework, so is that soon-to-be released hero Ultimus? It makes sense. I'm not 100% sure, but it does make sense. So you're healing there, Ronan, Oracle, and this soon-to-be released hero. So her special, Imperial Decree, become more reliable as well. So now instead of calling a random ally, it will always call someone adjacent to her. So Kree Sidearm Noble's basic clears a positive effect. Let's just go back to that really quick. Instead of calling a random ally, it will always call someone adjacent to her. So depending on who you want that someone to be, placement with this team seems to be pretty critical. All right, so now back into the Kree Sidearm, which is the Noble's basic. Clears a positive effect and grants ability energy if that target had a positive effect. So the Kree Noble seems like a good character to have in that team as well. Combined with Ronan's basic Hammer Smash, the Kree team now has many chances to clear positive effects. And then this gives them a tactical advantage when facing teams that rely heavily on the taunt effect. And then the Oracle here, not as big of a change, it doesn't seem. So rounding out the Kree updates is the Kree Oracle. One of the biggest hurdles with the Oracle when facing tougher teams was just staying alive. So they've increased his max health and the number of regeneration the Oracle can apply. That increased max health is important because typically with a healer, the more health that your healer has, the more they're going to be able to heal. In addition, the new Oracle passive will heal any allies that receive energy And then when paired with the rest of the updated Kree, Oracle's passive is incredibly strong. This heal will also increase in strength if the ally healed is a Kree. You go through each one of these, and they all seem to be interconnected very well. So when you go and try and figure out which one you want to pull out when you put Ronan in, or if this other soon-to-be-released hero is Ultimus, what 2 are you going to be? But you know what? I don't know. It says soon-to-be-released hero. So does that mean there's somebody, a completely new hero that's not in the game? You think that would read a little bit different if it was an Ultimus rework? I don't know. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens a little bit later, I guess. We don't know when these updates are going to take place, but I think it's something that the Kree have really needed, and it does boost them up a little bit. It makes them a little bit more viable of a team. Does it make them a strong raid team? I'm not sure. Does it make them a good arena or blitz team? Maybe. Just down at the bottom, the only thing that they're talking about down there is talking about play testing in the Alliance War Game mode. It's going pretty well. They've gotten a lot of good feedback from the early play testers. So looking forward to hearing more about that as well. So there you go, everybody. Just a quick run through of the Kree update and a little bit about the Guardians of the Galaxy update up there. Just a little added explanation as far as the direction they were going with that. So I want to thank you all for taking the time to watch the video. If you liked it, please make sure to hit that like button and share your thoughts and questions in the comment section below. Take care, everyone, and we'll talk to you next time.